What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video, of course. Before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content. Share and like the video as well, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. So I'm back with another video reaction for you guys. This comes from a woman who is crying. She's feeling some kind of way about one of her friends getting married. And she's reflecting on being a single mother, and she's having a hard time. So we're gonna get into the video. Definitely chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
All of my single moms, I just need to know, are you guys okay? Like, at what point does it stop being terrifying? That you have someone else's entire livelihood in your hands.
No, I'm gonna just pause it, you guys. It's not like I don't have any remorse for her, but this is why I tell young women, listen, please stop listening to single older broads or any broad telling you that you can be for the streets and it's okay, and you know, you don't have to prioritize relationships or marriage, because this is the situation that you'll end up. And I don't know this woman's situation. It's sad, you know, that you have women out here crying and complaining about their lives when society has made this the thing. They have told women that it's okay, you can have babies by yourselves, you can do it all by yourself. And anybody with an inch of sense knows that raising kids is hard, even when you have help, because even having a husband is a great thing. And if you know, your husband is helping as much as he can, because he still has to work and take care of other things, so he's not there 24/7. But imagine just not having any help whatsoever. You gotta work, you gotta come home, take care of the kid, you gotta do everything by yourself. That's gotta be difficult, and I don't understand why young people don't see it ahead. Like, you got to understand that that is not just cute. Yeah, the babies are cute, but the work is not cute. It's constant work, constant stress, constantly having to make sure that your little ones are good, and then you have to, on top of that, provide everything yourself too. Who told these women that this was going to be an easy task? And I could have told you it's not an easy task, and I have help with my husband. As much as you try to tell young people coming up, like, this is not the way to go, there's so many others on the other spectrum telling them, don't listen to that, you don't need no man to have your baby, you could do it by yourself. And it's just, these young people are misinformed. And then when you end up in the situation, those very people aren't helping you. They run away, because now they done got you where they want you. Now they gonna ghost out. They're not there to help you on a daily basis with your responsibilities. They're not gonna come pay your bills and do everything that you need done. And I think, as you know, as young women and men, you should want to get married and have children. But at the same time, it's not healthy to go out here thinking that you can do it all by yourself, because it's a struggle to do so. But anyway, let's continue.
I've been having some just really hard days.
You know, it's like one of those moments again where it hits you that you're really a single parent. And their ceremony was beautiful. Like, he cried, she cried. There was not one dry eye in the entire church. And I just lost it behind the camera. I lost it because I wish that that was me. And as happy as I am for her, it's really hard for me. And when he he started reciting his vows, talking about how much he can't even find the words to explain how much he loves her, and just how he'd never ever give up on her, and how he just thanked her and apologized for places where he was at fault. Really crushed me. And it just always leads me back to this feeling of just feeling really defeated. And again, it's like I'm so happy for her, but it's like, God, why couldn't that be me? So I'm gonna go finish shooting her reception.
You know, I do have a little bit of empathy, you know, because it's just sad to see women go through this, but at the same time, it's like, you can't make things happen for someone. You know, you have to put in the work and do what's necessary for you to, you know, to give yourself the best possible chance to get what it is that you want. Now, nothing is a guarantee. It doesn't mean that if you put yourself in the right position at the right time, that you're going to get exactly what you want. It doesn't mean that. I'm not saying that, but why not try to go for your best possible chances? And see, the thing is, social media and all of this is so filled with hatred towards men, till women start to think that men are just mean old creatures and they hate women. So women start to think that this is the case, and so they're already on defensive. So they go out into this dating scene or into the world thinking that all men are just horrible. All they want to do is try to use you. So you go in with that attitude, and so you move accordingly. But what you don't realize is every man is not the same. Every man is not out to dog you out and treat you bad. But if you go out there with that mindset, then you exude that type of energy. So your energy says you're standoffish, you don't really want to be bothered, and so men avoid you like the plague. And when men avoid you, then you get no interaction or no attention from men. Then you start to feel alone and start to question why men aren't approaching you, why this. And then when you get around women who are getting married, like this woman, and something hits you like, well, damn, I want that too. That's so beautiful. He's not so bad. But while women are always focused on the men being so bad, they're not focused on themselves. They're not figuring out what they need to do to accomplish that, because it's not all on the men. The men have to have something to work with. And if you're just combative and not wanting to work with him and everything is a problem, and you have these super high expectations, doesn't mean that you don't have value. And I think that's the difference that women don't see. Super unrealistic expectations has nothing to do with your value and how you value yourself. How you value yourself is how you treat yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to require a man to make over 6 figures to be with him. That has nothing to do with how you value yourself and how you respect yourself and treat yourself. To me, self-worth means that you expect certain things from a man related to how they treat you, how they think about you. If you respect yourself, then you expect a man, or anybody else for that matter, to treat you with the utmost respect, because you are a respectable person, right? You are a respectable person. You present yourself as such. You accept nothing less. That's where that should be placed. I demand respect because I give it. I show nothing but respect in every area, so I should get it back. Not, oh, my value is so high, I need you to make $1 million to be with me, because now you're being entitled. You're presenting yourself as an entitled, spoiled, selfish person. And I don't think any man wants a woman that way. So I think a lot of women do shoot themselves in the foot when it comes to dating, because they have this idea of what they should be presenting, how they should act, what they should be asking for. And it's what's keeping them single, because a lot of men aren't going for that. But then they're complaining as to why they can't get a man, why men don't want to marry them. Well, men, you have to meet certain criteria for a man to want to marry you. You just can't up and say, oh, you know, I was in my 304 phase and you know, and I don't care and yada yada yada, and I'm independent and I make my own money and I got my degrees. And that's not appealing to men. That's what women need to realize. No matter how much you don't like it, it's just what it is. There's certain things you have to be able to accept, or just continue to do it by yourself. But a lot of women have this idea of what all men are, and they're all bad and they're all this and they're all that. You have these expectations of a man that aren't positive, because society told you, especially black men, are just this and they're everything bad. And then when you see a woman with a man that is good and good to her because he loves her and he respects her and he looks at her and admires her as his wife, that's crushing to some women, because they never thought that that existed. Based off of what your mothers and grandmothers and society has told you, that all men are the same. One dusty is another dusty. Like, you just think they all dusty. But when you see other women who have good husbands and families, and they're out there playing with their kids and they respect their wives and their actual husbands in their wives' lives, and they're not cheating, they're not doing all these things that women expect them to do, it's a shock, I think, to a lot of women. And it's something that they want, but they don't know how to get it. Because it's not just contingent upon the man being good. You have to be good for him. So he could be the best man ever, but if you're not the woman that, you know, that's meeting his expectations, then you won't get him. And that's a major problem. And I think until that changes, until women realize or get some help that men aren't the only ones with the problems, you are too, it's just gonna be what it is. And a lot of women gonna complain about it. A lot of women gonna, you know, lose out on otherwise good men because they don't know how to be with a good man. You don't know how to be with any man. And on top of that, you think that you know it all. You think that you know what you're doing when you don't have those results. So listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. Chime in the comments. I wanna hear your thoughts on this one, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.